The ocean is a vast and unexplored area of the Earth. It is about 70% of our planet. The surface of the moon is more explored than the ocean. There are about 32,850 species of fish. That is more than all combined vertebrate species. In this video, we'll explore the morphological diversity seen in 3 major zones of the ocean. The epipelagic zone. The epipelagic zone goes to about 200 meters in depth and is bathed in sunlight during the day. It is also known as the sunlight zone or the euphotic zone. The daytime sun allows for life to flourish here, and this is where we find diverse coral reef communities. The fish who live here have very different morphologies than open water fish. Since they must function in very tight quarters in this complex landscape, fish here have adapted not to have streamlined bodies like open ocean fish, but rather a deeply laterally compressed form. Angelfish and butterfly fish are good examples of this morphology. This body structure allows for fish to quickly dart and change direction as to outwit predators. In the open ocean, however, speed is of the essence. Most fish here have a fusiform or streamlined structure to allow them to cut through water more easily. Many also have a lunate tail and dense muscle mass for stamina assurance. Bluefin tuna and sailfish are among the fastest fish on Earth, thanks to their fusiform morphology.
The mesopelagic zone is a vast and open region in the sea that begins at 200 meters and ends at 1,000 meters. There are little to no physical boundaries in this region, and the only light is filtered in around 200 meters. The pressure can be up to 1,470 psi in this zone, which is much harsher than in the epipelagic zone, and the temperature ranges from 69 degrees Celsius down to 39 degrees Celsius near the bathypelagic zone. Due to the harsh conditions in the mesopelagic zone, fish have adapted in 2 ways: streamlined for diel migration, or fragile for opportunistic feeders. Diel migrators are fish that swim into the epipelagic zone at night to feed, and then swim back down into the mesopelagic for the day. Hatchetfish, flashlight fish, and zooplankton are all examples of diel migrators. Mesopelagic fish are also relatively small and compact due to the pressure, and have larger eyes with more cones to absorb what little light exists at this depth. Many of the fish species in this region actually create their own light through bioluminescence. This is mainly to attract other fish for prey. The anglerfish in particular uses many extensions for luring prey with bioluminescence. Many of the opportunistic feeders in the mesopelagic zone have large teeth and jaws that unhinge for eating anything that falls in range. This is because the mesopelagic zone is scarce in resources.
The bathypelagic zone begins at a depth of 1,000 meters and contains the majority of the ocean's benthic habitat. This is one of the most inhospitable environments on our planet, experiencing constant darkness, frigid temperatures, and crushing pressure. As a result, fish in this zone tend to have very extreme morphologies. Most have very small to non-existent eyes, small, soft bodies, and dark red to black coloration. They also usually have less developed gills and muscles as a result of their predominantly sedentary lifestyle and lack of swim bladder. Their sedentary lifestyle lends itself to one of the most amazing morphological adaptations in the animal kingdom: bioluminescence. Attracting prey and seducing a mate are the 2 most prevalent functions these fantastic displays fulfill, and they allow their performers to do so without having to move much and thus save energy. The gulper eel is a fantastic example of these combined morphologies, with its long, fragile body, tiny eyes, huge mouth, and a small bioluminescent lure at the tip of its tail to attract small fish and invertebrates. The tripod fish is another well-known inhabitant of this zone, with its pelvic fins and the bottom of its caudal fin elongated and adapted to prop them up on the muddy bottom. Examining the morphological differences of fish in the different zones of the ocean shows how much the environment drives diversity, and truly exemplifies the adaptability of life.